Hello and welcome, Canadian friends. This is designated time zone specifically for you. Very often I've been shooting my live videos around midday to 1 o'clock, partly so that I can reach to those family, friends, past clients, people that are following me in the UK. We kind of have a good split then between hopefully some Canadians that are able to catch me at a lunch break. That's part of the reason I did it at that time. And then it would be evening time back in the UK where I'm originally from. Anyway, this evening, it's a special treat that I get to do this at 6:30 p.m. local time. It's Mountain Standard Time where I am, just south of Calgary. Here, my book. If you've not got a copy, now is the time to act. It is still free digital copy you can download from my website. Just go to jasonbarlowrmt.com. From there, just leave me your email and I'll fire off a digital copy. Pretty soon here, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, we're releasing a new program. And that means that the book will no longer be free. You can get a digital free chapter moving forward, but to get the full complete book, you would buy this program. It'll be a small cost, but you'll get way more than just the book. I put a program together. We just finished doing that. I'm excited to release that here in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So look out for that coming. But if you want to get that free digital book, now's the time to act. Just go to my website. Without further ado, let's get into tonight. Secret self-massage weapon for sciatica relief. Welcome, everybody. It's Jason Barlow, RMT, and I'm here as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform your stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality. Check yourself. What is it that you're trying to achieve? Especially if you're coming for regular treatments and you're active and you love to move. Why? What is the ultimate goal? If you check, we're all seeking the same thing. We all want to be healthy. We all want to be happy, and we all want to have more energy. Would you agree? I think so. And that's the very nature of me sharing these videos with you. And the golden ticket is I take these videos and I take the audio version and I put it into a podcast. So even if you can't get to my videos weekly or daily, just tune into my podcast. You can find that on any podcast provider. We've got it on Apple. We got it on Google. Bunch of them. Anyway, Apple's the most prevalent one that I seem to hear back from people. Please go, if you're able to, go listen to some of those podcast episodes. Any reviews you're able to share, I would be much appreciated. I'm trying to spread this information to as many people as possible. This is episode number 72. Now there's millions of podcasters out there, and I'm one. I need your help to help spread this message. Look at this t-shirt, right? All muscles matter. I'm here to share with you as a massage therapist with a background in nutrition and lifestyle coaching, the background in personal training. I'm integrating and infusing that. Being a busy parent and a business owner, I'm just sharing information. I want to reach as many people as possible and help share, these types of tools, right? This 15-step playbook, right? People want quick results. People look to put as little effort as possible. And I mean that kindly in the sense of there's only so much window of time we have, especially I work an extreme amount of time I work with patients that are parents as well, right? We're busy. We got lots going on. We're going in multiple directions. My kids are at the older end of the spectrum, but still they're quite dependent upon us, right? 17, 15 twins that are going to be 13. And I've been in the thick of that baby toddler zone and I know what it feels like. But I'm here to share tools that are hopefully pragmatic for you. Anyway, I'm going to zip it at that point. Hopefully you're getting the impression that you need to listen and tune into some of these videos. If not, podcasts at the very least. If not, go get my book. Okay, so what is my secret self-massage weapon? It's actually down below in my description. I'm not going to spend too much time showing you specifically how to. If you want to skip me now and go straight to the description, copy and paste the YouTube link that's in there. I'm giving you an instructional video to show you specifically how to relieve sciatica. The focus of this is revolving around the gluteal muscles on the posterior, the butt, on the backside, and also deeper to that is what we call the piriformis muscle. Now, brief anatomy for you in terms of the sciatica or the sciatic nerve. So the sciatic nerve is arising from the spinal roots that are between L4, L5, L5S1, and then down to S3. So L is referring to the lumbar spine. So that's the lowest section of bones in your lower back. And then as it reaches the pelvis, right, the hips, it becomes the sacrum, which are 5 fused bones. But there's little holes inside of them, and there's nerve roots that come out of there. And then those nerve roots travel through the hip and become a large nerve called the sciatic nerve. And then it continues down the posterior, the back of your leg, and it branches out around the back of your knee to become 2 additional nerves in the lower part of your lower leg. So that sciatic nerve has the potential to be impinged at the lumbar, sacrum, the hip or gluteal region, and the hamstring specifically. It can also be a little bit down lower if you're getting symptoms just specifically in the lower extremity, like lower extremity meaning the lower part of the lower leg. You may find it's coming more from the gastroc, which is part of your calf muscle. The focus today, though, is revolving around your glutes. So if you are, should add a caveat to this, if you are a struggler with any kind of disc herniation, disc bulge, that also can be producing an impingement or compression on the sciatic nerve, higher up though, at the spinal nerve root origin, coming out from those bones. So if that's the case, still follow through a little bit with what I'm sharing with today, but you want to have that examined and ensure that you're educated on where the tension's actually coming from and where you need to focus. My specific video today is centered around the adhesion and tension that I see very often as a massage therapist that's accumulating in the glutes and deeper to that, the piriformis. Now, the piriformis is a muscle that travels from the sacrum across to the hip. And it's a muscle that when it gets tight, it will push and compress, just like you standing on the garden hose and your partner's trying to hose the water, but you're teasing them a little bit. You put your foot, we never do that, do we? Tease our partners, I mean. We put our foot on the hose and it's reducing the flow, so the power's not there. It's the same with this sciatic region. The sciatic nerve is the hose pipe, and the piriformis muscle can be like you putting that pressure on the hose. It's going to diminish the opportunity of the nerves to communicate to all the muscles in the lower extremity. It's also going to create this nerve irritation. Now, if that's the case, it's really painful. I've had episodes of this before in the past. And one way to get to it is we've got to release the tension in the gluteal muscles around and above the piriformis. It's very hard to sink straight in to treat the piriformis, for example, as a therapist, if I don't massage and release the tension in the glutes before getting down there, because the piriformis is deep and it's below the gluteal muscles. So follow my video below. You copy paste it. It'll be a YouTube video. It might be 3 or 4 minutes long. I've made a bunch of videos. They're available on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jason Barlow RMT. I've made these videos for, again, quick, precise, get to the point, give it a try, give me feedback kind of videos. And this one is very much about relieving the tension in the gluteal muscles. And then following that, which I've not got in this YouTube video, but I'm giving you as a bonus, and I've given you the description below in this video, you can take a lacrosse ball or even a tennis ball and place it between the wall and your hip. Or if you're feeling really brave, take it between the floor and your hip. But what I want you to understand, though, is you're trying to target, you've got to release the glutes first, then you're taking the ball. And the ball is centering in on the piriformis muscle. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just an additional tool I'm giving you. By massaging it with a roller or a ball of some kind, or a self-massage tool, or a percussive massager like a Theragun. That's all working around the glutes, and if you sink in deeper, you'll start to get the piriformis. But what I would do is good old Google, go on images and type in piriformis so you have an understanding of your own anatomy and the location of this muscle I'm talking about. And you'll see very often with the images that come up on Google, you'll see that sciatic nerve underneath this piriformis muscle, and that's what we're trying to get into. So using that ball, you can specifically pinpoint treat the piriformis. And what I suggest is just gently agitate, rolling across the ball. Now, your body is going to communicate very quickly to you. It's a very sensitive area in most everybody. That feedback, you got to listen to it. Ease up some of the pressure. I want you to work between a pressure range of between 5 and 8, 10 being maximum. Ow, Jason, get your hands off of me. And I hear that from my patients every day, because that type of high intensity pressure, let's call it, is definitely more for a skilled therapist that knows exactly where they're working and why and what intensity, how long and how many reps. So for you at home, I'm saying between 6 and 8 pressure range, and do this for at least 2 to 5 minutes. And if it's one side that's symptomatic, I always suggest balance your body out and help relieve the other side too. I hope you found that of benefit. Thank you for joining me. If you've been able to jump on live, well done. Thank you. Give me some feedback. Is this time a better time for you guys to jump on, listen in? And if it is, then maybe we look at switching the time zone. If not, then I'll carry on doing my lunch times. Because it's all about me, don't forget. Remember, your muscle health is my #1 priority. Go get my free digital book whilst you still can, jasonbarlowrmt.com, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. And let me give you a quick breakdown if you've never joined me before. Mondays, I do my Motivational Monday. I give you a quote of the week tied in around that quote, how it relates to you achieving your health, happiness, and vitality goals. Every Tuesday, I share one of my favorite self-massage, corrective exercise, corrective mobility, or corrective stretches. And every week it rotates around. And I give you a little education around that. Thursdays, I dive into my book. And inside my book, I have 15 steps. But every week I'm pulling one of those steps, and I might spend 3 or 4 weeks just talking about that particular step. So we're going into more detail. So I highly recommend go look at my past podcasts, go look at my past videos if you want, and you can get all of these details that I'm probably up to about step number 3 in my book right now. And then every Friday, I like to share with you my favorite book of the week. And it revolves around anything to do with health, happiness, vitality, personal development, even financial well-being, because that's a part and parcel of our health, happiness, and vitality too. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, I'm going to zip it. Thank you for joining me. Take care. We'll see you guys on Thursday.